is going, everyone? Wait, oh, alright, there we go. What is going on, everyone? Goddrifter here, and welcome back to another Goddrifter247sun live stream. This is live stream number 51. And so, yeah, today's literally just gonna be another drift day for the most part. Well, hey, welcome to the live stream. So as per usual, wait, actually, we've got one more thing, and that would be, I see, hold on. I knew I was missing something. Alright. So, basically it's gonna be, East Toge. Alright. PS4. Yes, it is in PS4. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, hold on. Controls. Apparently my, okay. My goodness, that's gonna be weird. Hmm. Actually, give me a moment. Okay, there we go. Alright. So my controller may have bit of well, a let's see, turning problem. Oh goodness. Alright. Okay. I turn left and it's fine. When I turn right, it's no, turn right it's fine. Turning left, it's really weird. Oh my goodness. Alright. Kind of. Oh, great. Alright. Well, well, it looks like it has to be one of two things. It's my, either I might need a new controller, or the fact that the thumbstick is pretty much done for. For those that don't know, I actually increased the dead zone because of, well, for many reasons. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so yeah, I probably need to decrease the dead zone. Um, I think for now on, if it's racing games, I need to decrease the dead zone for steering. But when it comes to like third person or first person of anything of sorts, then we have to increase the dead zone so that way my character doesn't go walking around without me just moving the control stick up or the analog stick up. That's basically what it is. All right. Okay. We had a little bit of trouble with the steering, so I had to literally decrease the dead zone. Oh jeez. What the god dang, dude, 5? Alright. Alright. Okay, it's not gonna lie, that actually looks sick. Alright. Okay, so we have so far. Okay, wait. Okay, someone must been. Someone has. If someone is that good using a keyboard and using literally keyboard, then dear Lord have mercy on us. Ay, ay. Well, yeah, the S13 looks actually sick. It actually looks familiar too. Let me look at photo mode. Hmm. I think I know what that's based off. I do believe it's based on one of Formula D cars from Japan, if I remember correctly. Um, I know it's not Miki Takagi because Miki's is literally is from Team Pink Style. I think that's what it's called. Um, but there's another drifter that has an S13 that has um even though it's like a wide body S13, I forgot what what that driver was. But for those that don't know what my based off is based off of, Ken Nomura's Blitz R34. And no, I totally did not get that from GT6 because I didn't own GT6, which is kind of unfortunate. The fact that I actually legit want to play Gran Turismo 6. Yeah, as mentioned, if only, and I mean legit, if only um Gran Turismo 6 was available for PS4, then it was like, okay, so we have two games that we can do. It's like, okay, it's like, alright, that totally makes sense, but most of the time it's usually it's kind of like they give us a lot of stuff, but they don't give um, literally all the stuff that they give where little basically little mediocre. Oh my goodness. That's that. All right, that was a good run. Like no joke, that was a legit good run. All right, so we're just waiting for the other S13 that was with us. I wonder who's also. Okay, so we have Avengers in the S15. We got Xenos in the S13 on the Xbox. There's that. There's the gold M3E36, and it's basically from PlayStation. Then there's Izumi, which is also from PlayStation. I'm sorry, was my car sliding? That is weird. Like, that is legit weird. Wait, hold on. Oh my god, my car is sliding. Alright. Alright. Oh jeez, okay. It's kind of a good thing I actually had. What's up? Hey, welcome to the live stream. Okay, it's kind of a good thing I actually turned off collisions, because if I turn on collisions, like most people legit crash into each other, and it'd be a full on like war for no exact reason. So that's the reason why I turned off collision. So there's that. Also, what? So I actually do have a question. What? Who's S13 that's supposed to be based off? Because I know it's not Miki Takagi, because hers is, I think it's purple with pink, if I remember correctly. And I know there's another one, but it's purple and it has gold. So I don't know whose S13 is that. Oh great. Let's see, just put Y like, oh, okay. My goodness. Cause I'm like, man, why does that livery seem familiar? So the first, like, actual juice livery that's like a few stickers, but god dang. That's not, that's acknowledged. It's all like, this is my legit second recreation of a real life drift car. The first one was the RSR S15. Now it's the Blitz R34. I think the only difference between those two is the fact that uh like the RSR S15 was a lot more difficult to make than the Blitz R34, because I do not remember what brand is yet. What animals sing from the loading screen? Ah, okay. Wait, you guys, wait, you guys some. Okay, not gonna lie, that actually takes some time to actually recreate the Mustang's livery from the loading screen, because literally, because literally of all the vehicles they shown off, the Mustang is literally the most covered. Because the only thing because most people would know is like, okay, it's gray with black stripes around it, and I'm like, wait, how can someone recreate that? And then there's the R35 with like white with blue striping, and as well as everything else. There, friends. There, friends. Let's start that. Look, it should be there. Oh, bring it right. Bring it out real quick. Okay. All right. Jesus. Like, there's only 3 people. God, dude. Oh my goodness. And for those that are wondering, I'm still learning how to use Adhesion 100. So, like, this is literally my. I believe this is my 7th or 8th time that I've used, or at least my 10th time using Adhesion 100s. Because originally I used 120s, uh, but in order to make up for the grippiness of 120s, I actually had to lower my tire pressure. That's how bad it has gotten. Oh great. All right. I'll stop. We're good. Oh great. All right. Ah, but a lot cooler if I actually shifted to reverse. Ah, come on. All right. All right. Let's. Okay. Okay. Let me go to photo mode. Rear right. Okay. So let me just zoom. No, zoom out. Zoom out camera. Thank you. Okay. Okay. That actually looks interesting. Oh my god, that actually looks pretty cool. Yeah, that is some talent right there. All right. Um. Okay, so we have. Okay, so trash ghost is still there. Okay. All right. All right, let's go. Well, yeah, well, yeah, it's actually pretty cool to see someone recreate the Mustang from the loading screen. Even though and funny enough, there's a G35 in in one of the loading screens. I think it's when you test drive or something. And over I'm like, okay. If there's a 350Z, where's the G35? Now this is what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that they add G35 right after the next set of 3 cars, because if anything, like, seeing Infinity as just cars is pretty, well, self-explanatory. R7. Oh, it's owned by Evan Brown. Alright. Actually, not though. There is one person I know that actually does a lot of recreation, and he goes by the name of DK for Carnage. Basically, that's basically what his name is, and he does a whole bunch of recreations, ranging from Turk Stallion to Mad Mike's RX-7s to even I think since the new bike kits came out, he did Chelsea's Mustang from RTR and Formula Drift. I do believe he also made the S13 from LMLZ, so there's that. As well as I do believe he not only made the F, not not only not only the S13, but he also did the S15. That's what I'm thinking of. I'm like, wait a minute, is it S13 or S15 that he did for this version of? So he did. So he does a lot of recreations. Um, but yeah, it's very interesting to say the least. All right. Oh my god, someone legit just have. Is that? Oh my god. This. Dean has the R30. He has the RB powered Mustang, but not the right Mustang, but also a podcast, so be right back. Okay. Oh my god, this is like. Wait, is there like. Wait, don't tell us another R34. It's like, that's right. This is. What the heck was that? Oh, great. Alright. Alright. So for those that don't know how I do this stream, usually every single 30 minutes I talk about a certain topic, certain things. So like there are so I'm gonna add a new one around the hour and 30-minute mark, so there's that. Anyways, literally when it comes to 30 minutes is literally just racing game cliches, or it's what I know, like usually call it racing cliches. The second one is vehicle history, and talk about certain vehicles history, ranging from uh, basically uh, the vehicles the vehicle one of the vehicle lineups from certain manufacturers and certain makes and models, and then for the hour and 30-minute mark, I will literally call this one um, let's see. Oh, I got it. Might as well just call this one Car Busters, because um, apparently, some strange reasons make people think like, oh, since it actually happens, then it usually happens. Anyways, if you don't want to hear me ramble, just mute the stream until I text done, so that way you can actually unmute again. So there's that. Anyways, it turns out today's racing cliche. It's actually one of the many things I like to talk about, and that is not just the not just any tutorial car, any mid-range to high-end cars. No, today's vehicle history, I'm gonna be talking about not vehicle history. Today's racing cliche I'm going to be talking about is that of the what could possibly something I can actually talk about? Ah, I know. Um, well, I think I've done this one before. I don't know. It's been a while, so yeah, there's that. Anyways, so today's racing cliches is all about the Need for Speed Underground ripoffs. So for those that are wondering, what in the world is the Need for Speed Underground ripoff? Well, Midnight Club Underground ripoff. Let's see. No, Need for Speed Underground slash Midnight Club ripoff of sorts, probably. Basically, I'm just gonna call it the basically. What kind of thing is needs to be underground ripoff? Oh, never mind. It's not. Yeah, it's not Car Busters. It's in a nutshell. So literally, like any racing game that I played in my past childhood and games I recently played, I usually just call this one like it's a full-on analysis of what kind of game it is. So back to the racing cliches. So what is an underground ripoff? So in terms of what kind of game it is, essentially it's almost like a Need for Speed game, but it isn't a Need for Speed game. It's literally like for example, Steers and Syndicate is considered a Need for Speed Underground ripoff is because the entirety of the game is based off Fast and Furious, minus the muscle car and the let's see, minus the Dodge Charger and the Ferrari in the actual movie, but that's besides the point. The point is that these the point is that this game is that the game itself is pretty spot on when it comes to anything that's related to needs to be underground. So what does this mean exactly? Well, here's the thing. When it comes to Jersey Syndicate, uh, I didn't get the game until a couple of years later. In fact, I ended up getting the game around 2019. Keep in mind that I was changing colleges around 2019. And yeah, for those that are wondering, okay, so why do you want me to actually, play this game in the first place? But that's not the point. Anyway, so yeah, let's just say that there is a very good reason why I wait until I was old enough to play Serious and Syndicate, and that is because it is literally Need for Speed Underground for adults. I mean, seriously, ranging from the menus to the graphics on the side of the cars to even having a girlfriend system. Yeah, of all the games that actually came out in 2005, that game has a girlfriend system. And yeah, unfortunately, it's not that great. In fact, um, most of the time it's one to two things. It's either it's gonna be a good, so it's either it's time for me to get myself another girlfriend, or I'm just trying to buy more cars. And in fact, I literally beaten all the girlfriend challenges in 3 days. And keep in mind that I bought the game, or I bought the game around 20, not 2020. It was like around mid late 2020, basically. And that is when I was still playing around with the PS2 and stuff. So yeah, for the most part, it was kind of like that. So how do you characterize these VR ripoffs? Essentially, there's three things that you must know. One, the car list will have been full of tuners. So things such as Toyotas, Lexuses, um, Nissans, Mitsubishis, um, Volkswagens, um, Volkswagens, Hondas, um, oh, especially some Zubis. Well, actually, basically, when it comes to these underground ripoffs, you only find the six major car companies, plus some Euros and maybe a bit of American there and there. So like for example, Subarus, Nissan, Honda, Mazda, Mitsubishi, um, wait, Mazda. Hey, welcome to the live stream. Literally talking about today's racing cliche, and today's racing cliche is needs to be underground ripoffs, and that's basically how that works. Um, so if you don't want to hear me ramble, just mute the stream so that way, um, you can actually focus on drifting. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Um, so in terms of jeez, man. Okay, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So around wait, unless great, don't tell me. Oh, wait. I'm like, it's fine. What in the world? I say, hey, welcome to the live stream. Okay, so in terms of how to categorize a these gonna go ripoff when you see one is because one, it's full of tuners. Two, it's at night, and three, there may or may not be a guy in the skyline every now and then. So yeah, that's kind of how that works. In fact, it's weird how they actually, weird how most people actually will pull it off. In fact, many iconic cars came from these Vanguard ripoffs. For example, the Yellow Skyline from Seriously Syndicate, the RX-8 from Juiced, and yes, Juiced is considered a Nissan Vanguard ripoff, but at the same time, it's kind of like its own identity. So yeah, around the time, everyone is trying to get their trying to get their hands on their own variant of Need to Be Underground. For example, Juice, created by Juice, developed by Juice Games under production of THQ, was one of those cases. And unfortunately, due to the fact that the game itself is pretty good until they add two things. One, the respect system. The respect system is utterly terrible, and not to mention, it actually, in fact, it was so bad that the second game actually took out the respect system, because for some reason it's like, oh, okay, it's there, but who in the right mind is gonna pay attention to that? And number two, the calendar system. It was utterly terrible how many people fell for this. Like, oh, well then, we got, you can say, so we got ourselves a, it's like, okay, so we got ourselves a, so the calendar system. And you're wondering, you're wondering, okay, why don't I like the calendar system? Simple, because the calendar system will only work, and keep in mind, emphasis on only, the only time it will literally work is if, what's it called? Like, I'm not kidding when I say this, but, dear Lord, the only time it will work is if the calendar system was in a sports game. Keep in mind that Juice you know, the same juice that I'm talking about. It's a racing game that has something known as CCCR, aka a closed circuit racing. So yeah, that's basically that's another thing to talk about. Um, anyways, there are others, so legit things such as um, such as and not limited to Seriously Syndicate, Juiced, Fast and Furious Tokyo game, and yeah, Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift the game. It's considered it's considered a movie game, but it doesn't follow the movie that much. Um, like that's considered an underground ripoff. But there's also Midnight Club. Now, what was I wondering? Midnight Club was its own identity. Reason why? Because unlike Need to Be Underground, where they offered you customization, Need to Be Underground, let's see, Midnight Club was actually, for the third game, was sponsored by Dub. So that means not only they were given the hottest parts in the market, but at the same time, they have give us more than enough wheels, tires, and even the cars themselves, ranging from tuners, muscle cars, exotics, luxury, um, trucks and ACVs, and even choppers, which is for those that do not know, it's a show bike. So, yeah, it's one of those cases where you can actually do a lot of interesting stuff to the cars. Like for example, you can change the license plate, you can change the taillights, you can change the badging, and heck, you can even put in you can even change the tires. Not something you don't see every day. You can actually change the tires in a game like that. Anyways, so here are the pros and cons of making your own Need to Be Underground ripoff. Well, first and foremost, you need to figure out what timeline they get. So literally the pros is that you know what cars to add, because since you see, for those who do not know, you already know what card to add. It's because of the many times that a lot of people do this type of thing where it's like, okay, so I make my own Need to Be Underground. What you have to realize is that not all Need to Be Undergrounds are the same. And you can even say that most, if not any same person might actually want to be interested in making their own racing game. Not to mention the timeline itself is actually, it's pretty much what it is. It's either late 90s to early 2000s to late 2000s to early 2010s. That's usually how this works. The cons, on the other hand, is, well, and those cons suck, but yeah, when it comes to these underground, hey, welcome to the live stream. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So in terms of the cons of making their own Need to Be Underground ripoff game, essentially it is the fact that you have to literally, what's it called? Not another one. How many? Okay. Something tells me that you guys just love putting that white and orange logo on your cars for some reason. God's sake. Yeah. yeah, that's uh. But yeah, when it comes to these underground ripoffs, they usually take place at night, and most likely because used to be underground didn't have any cops in their games. Well, let's see, the early, let's see, the well, 2003, 2004, Need to Be Underground didn't have any cops whatsoever. In fact, Need to Be Underground 2 actually has a lot more stuff than we can actually do. In fact, there is so much stuff that the game I do consider my childhood favorite, actually has a really bad case of too much customization syndrome. Essentially, is a infection where literally, if the game has too much customization, and keep in mind, this needs to be Underground 2 we're talking about here. Um, in fact, fun fact, um, right, I actually had to stay in the hotel because of the renovations, and I brought in and here's the thing, I didn't bring the PS4, and I brought in instead of the PS2, was many of the games I have with me that are in a case. So, yeah, there's that. And not to mention the, oh no, okay, I was about to say, I'm like, oh no, not another one of those. Um, so, yeah, in any case, alright, so in any case, these type of these type of cars are usually the ones that actually, well, these type of cars, excuse me. When it comes to the culture itself, it's pretty much, well, it's the tuner scene. Let's see how this works. Um, so yeah, that's today's racing cliche. I might have done this before, but keep in mind it has been a while since I actually talked about this racing cliche. So, um, yeah. Oh crap. Okay. All right. So in the um, for the next 11 minutes, I'll be talking about um, yeah, like when it actually hits an hour, I'm gonna be talking about today's vehicle history. So, if you do not want to hear me ramble about a certain vehicle, then you can mute however you like. Um, just um, be sure to actually just be sure to actually unmute so that way you can actually hear me talk about some topics again there and there. Today's vehicle history is actually quite small. Like literally, the car is pretty much one of the smallest. Not one of the smallest cars I'm going to be talking about, but it's more like Colby Jack. Wait, what? But no, what the heck? Ay, ay, ay. Ooh, an FD. Oh, I'm kind of hungry, sorry. Up, Jack Cheese is like, have you not ordered something from Postmates? Oh my god. And thank God for the tire smoke, because if I didn't have tire smoke, then I would have been due from the start. Anyways, Okay, this is kind of weird how I'm literally using this is the only time I use Node. Did think is what are we talking about? I literally just finished off with today's racing cliche, um, which is needs to grow up. Needs yeah. Okay, let me speak slowly. I was talking about Need for Speed Underground ripoffs, which was a trend around the early to mid 2000s, and yeah, you already know how this goes. Um, I mean, here's the thing. Um, when it comes to those type of games, they add a thing or two, and they call it their own identity. For example, Strategic Syndicate. It was a game that was made around 2005 that was produced by Namco. Unfortunately, its developer was known as um, Technics, aka the people that they're notorious for making quote unquote drift cars at not just cars, quote unquote drift games that did not work, especially when it comes to the Fast and Furious games. Like I'm sorry, but heck no. This is um Juice is almost the same. I think the only difference is that it's like a legit circuit. But unfortunately, they got the counter system from a sports game, and the respect system is kind of dreadful. Which the reason why I prefer the second game than the first game. At least with the second game, I know what to do. In terms of the first game, I was so confused. I'm like, wait, is it this one or is it the other one? Okay. And there's like the 86 kids friend that close on the corner. Oh my god. The question is, who is in that 86 that many people aren't on? Wait, he's only 19. This is like, wait a minute, that makes no sense. How is someone that good of a driver, and he's only 19? It's like, guys, are you not watching Digital D? No. Oh my goodness. Am I the only one with a legit replica of a drift car? Because I'm actually in. Yep, it's the first time. The only one with it's a legit livery of a drift car. Oh my goodness. Oh snap. Oh my god. Uh oh. Oh no. I'm good. And we're trying to train out 90 adhesions, so mobile adjusting right now. Don't worry, I'm trying out. Don't worry, I'm still training how to use 100s. Like I'm used to 120s, but this is my first time using like 100s. In fact, I even used 110s at some point, and yeah, I'm like, okay, it's not too grippy, and it's not too like ridiculously slidey, but it's a good mix. But here's the thing: when it comes to my adhesion, the only thing I did to it is literally what's that called? You know, I have wider tires on most just cars. I usually put in 120, and in exchange of having so much grip, I actually turn down the tire pressure. So literally, like no joke, even though I'm running 100s right now, um, Like my tire pressure is literally like around 70 psi. Keep in mind, 70 psi. Wait, no, not 70. It was like around 70 pounds per square inch, or I don't know how you calculate tire pressure because I don't know. Oh no, it's at its lowest. So literally, it's like low tire pressure with grippy tires. But now it's uh now for some reason it's low tire pressure with ridiculously slidey tires. That's gonna be the. I think I know it's not gonna be my only problem. What the heck? What in the world is going on? Okay, I hold on. I don't have seen this right. Okay, that was weird. Okay. Oh god. Wait for the 4-door. Actually, not gonna lie, if I ever had kids and this car became legal in the U.S., I might as well just cop one for hopefully for hopefully for a reasonable price. It's like, Dad, what do you got? Like, I got a Skyline. And not just any Skyline, a 4-door Skyline. It's like, man, I want a GTR. Like, look, not all things have to do with the GTR. The Skyline in general is pretty much, well, it's kind of an economy car if most people think about it. Like, for example, the car, let's see, the R32 came with the RB20, which, keep in mind that's literally a 2-liter inline 6, which, that's kind of short for, well, kind of short for a Skyline, but, what can you do? And then there's the RB25, there's the RB26. Then there's the natural aspirated version of the RB26. Then there's a twin turbo. Well, see, there's the original that's an NA, and then especially there's like a single turbo version of it. And I'm like, okay, that probably would make more sense. But apparently, according to most people, a lot of people literally just swap in single turbos that is from HKS, and it legit made 650 horsepower. Keep in mind that the fastest American production car at the time, which was, well, I do believe it was still Celine, if I remember correctly. I can't remember, but yeah. Alright, so, today's vehicle history. What to talk about? If you don't want to hear me ramble about a certain car, then you can actually mute me until like text done. So, there's that. Today's today's vehicle history, I'm gonna be talking about the good old Mazda Miata. Now, for those that don't know, the Mazda Miata came around around the late 80s. Well, I would say late 80s, but it actually came out early 90s, and kind of a good time too, because it was actually based off the one of, well, most people's favorite rotary engine, the RX-7. Now, here's the difference. Here's the difference between the MX-5 and the RX-7. The MX-5 didn't came with a rotary. It actually came with a it came with a 1.6 liter inline 4, making a rather reasonable 160 horsepower. keep in mind that the car is ridiculously lightweight. So in context, a Toyota 88.6 from the 1980s made around 180, depending on the on engine mods. So yeah, um, so the first version of Miata is known as the NA. The NA is the only Miata that came with pop-up headlights. The rest of them is actually came in fixed headlights. So yeah, of course, many people are gonna try their best to actually get one for themselves. But unfortunately, at the time, that car ran into two problems. One, the car kind of looked girly from most people's view. Though, if I have to be completely honest, why is that going so running 90s and you're going so fast? Oh my goodness. I'm only 100, so I'm good. Um, wait, dang it, the fuck. Man, I miss Toyo's Universe's way to actually, go in reverse. What's up with that? But in any case, so the Miata came with many variations throughout the 1990s. For example, there's one that was legit sponsored by Mazda Speed. There's also one that actually has BBS wheels as an option, to even having a special edition version of the Miata where in which case it actually has higher suspension but actually has more controllability. Up next is the MB Miata, is the which is basically what a lot of us gamers actually saw as the first, saw as our first Miata. But yeah, for the car itself, it actually looks pretty cool. I keep on seeing one when I usually on my way to class. Um, so the MB Miata was around since 1997, all the way to 2000, all the way to the 2000, and basically ended production around 2002. Um, tell, wait, no, it's not, it wasn't 2002, it was 2003, my mistake. Around 2004, all the way to 2004, all the way to 2009, we were given the not FC, the NC, my mistake. And the NC is, how do I say it? It's bigger than the last generation, which is the NB. The NC actually had three major problems. One, the car is not as appealing as the NB or even the NA for that matter. Um, Number two, it actually has the case the Miata actually has the same bumper as the Mazda Speed 3 but smaller. Keep in mind, the Mazda Speed 3 actually was one of the best-selling vehicles around the entire time. And number three, it has that girlish look, which for many people that don't know how those type of cars work. It actually was one of the cases was like, okay, that's totally interesting. All right, so let's say that Mazda has ended up with another Miata that can actually save the company from bankruptcy. Well, enter the ND. ND came out around 2015, and my goodness, it actually went back to its, and actually Mazda went back to the roots. First of all, it's not just about handling, it actually is also about lightweight. But good lord, how many people have realized like that. Of all the things that actually came out of Japan, it's one of those cases where it's like, okay, how do people end up going with a car like this? And well, simple really. Not only that the car was lightweight, but it actually had a much more powerful engine. In fact, I forgot to mention the other engine that it actually came with is the 1.8, and for the MBSC and ND, the 1.8 became standard, and it was pretty interesting to say the least. So naturally, for many people, the question is, well, like here's a big question: do you guys want to see an NE Miata, which can actually be a little bit more aggressive than the ND, or you want the ND to actually keep getting more variants? Especially since the new facelifted model version of the Miata actually has, well, essentially is known as the RF, which it's I don't know what the abbreviation of RF is. I'm pretty sure it's not very fast. Even though, yeah, the car is lightweight and it's 108, that's literally 180 horsepower. Pretty sure that most people that has a brain will know that you had to modify the car in order to go faster. So, how's the aftermarket? Well, let's just say the aftermarket for the Miata is ridiculously huge. And keep in mind, this is the Miata we're talking about. A car that is so small that it makes me look like an RX-7 in the RX-7 in the front. Like, for God's sake. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I'm going to switch cars. I'll be right back. So yeah, um, food came finally. God dang. Alright, about to switch cars. So I'll be right back. Um, no, please don't freeze. Don't freeze. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm like, please don't freeze. Please don't freeze. Please don't freeze for God's sake. Hmm. Alright. Oh. Oh. Did someone order a taxi? Oh my god. Correctly, it's East. Okay. Alright, the super event are 120s? Jesus, dude. And I can't find my own room. Hold on. And there we go. Alright. Oh, 20s. I was on 100s. What the heck? Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Alright. So in terms of the aftermarket for there's half 473 feet. I think you're talking about my credits. Oh, actually no. You're talking about my horsepower. The attendant buddy. Pretty like. Are you looking at my? Are you looking at my tunes? Cause I literally just got my vehicle. Like what in the world? Crap! I'm not used to this car. God dang. Wait for the just taxi. With totally no driver in it. What's code? Are you talking about my room name or are you talking about the password? Because there's no password for this one. And also, Alex, how in the world are you? How in the world are you calculating how much power I have? This thing's at 120. In the world? Let's see. Of course you're using mods. You're on PC. God damn. I'm like, how in the world did you manage to do that? Two-power party. The reason why I'm using my own party is because I need commentary. That's the reason why. Is it open? And what's the name code? That's the name. There's no code. There's no password. So there's that. The reason why, what's that called? The reason why most people couldn't get it because it's basically based on the server. Nintendo's then maybe because usually when it comes to this game specifically, I usually get, of course, it's not a PC mod. Like you can teleport where the actual leader is. So not leader, the actual host of this. So there's that. Alright. There's on 120. Jesus, dude. Anyone know? Am I the one that's running 100s? Also, stop picking on people's mods. Stop people's tunes, for God's sake. Oh my god, alright. Is that? I'm sorry. Is that a Dodge Charger with a? Oh my god. We have a half holographic Dodge Charger. God dang, dude. Oh my goodness. Alright. Alright. I mean, then again, Junkie is running 90s. I'm running 100s. Hmm? Oh, bro, good vibes. Alright, that was interesting run. Alright, time for me to change to another vehicle. And I'm pretty sure that Supra is still gonna be there, so there's that. Oh, goodness. Although I like my Jet Taxi, keep in mind that I need a teeny bit more power. So S15. That's basically what I'm gonna be using. And not to mention, you don't have to look at someone's tuning. Just all you need to do is look at someone's tire. Like legit, it's like wait, hold on, turn your car real quick. It's like okay, boom. What the heck? Ah, great. Hold on. Oh snap. Hmm. Okay, that was weird. All right. What the heck do you do? Is like expand the question marks. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, so around 10 minutes, I'm gonna be talking about my first game in a nutshell. So, bear with me on this one. My goodness. So, for those wondering how this, in a nutshell, works, it's kind of like a retrospective of the games that I've played when I was a kid. So that will include any game that's ranging from, excuse me, range from Need for Speed, the Juice games, um, Hot Wheels. So there's also that. Midnight Club, and heck, even some games that you might not know I played. For example, like the Soul Calibur games, in as well as Mortal Kombat even. Even though it keep in mind Forza, I did not play Forza as a kid. I apologize if I did not play Forza when I was a kid. Like that was it was if there's one thing I know that I played, it was Gran Turismo. Reason being because that's literally the PlayStation exclusive of PlayStation while Forza was on Xbox. I never had an Xbox when I was a kid. I had a PlayStation. Well, back then I had a Wii, but then I had a PS3 because of my brother. So there's that. Um, so to answer your question, no, I did not play Forza like at all. I didn't even play the Forza. I heard of Forza because of many, and I mean many YouTubers. But unfortunately, I did not know about Forza until, well, Forza Motorsport 3. Well, no, Forza Motorsport 1, and the reason is because it's not because of my cousin, but it's because of a certain, well, here's the thing. Back when I was back when I was a kid, I used to watch game reviews, and there was this YouTuber known as he was used to be known as Classic Game Room, and he actually have gotten he had gotten many games, and I usually liked his I liked his sense of humor. He was pretty hilarious, and not to mention he had he had done, I think, almost every game, if I remember correctly. And I see Super at number one. I see Super at number two. Oh, it's not. I forgot to take anyways. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Um. Yeah, that's how I know about the mini Forzas because of actually it was two YouTubers. One was Classic Game Room, and the other one was and the other one back then was Slaptrain. Uh, he's legit the only person. He's legit the only YouTuber that got me interested in Forza. Unfortunately, due to the fact that at the time I don't have an Xbox and it was literally Xbox exclusive. It was literally an Xbox exclusive, which keep in mind that usually when it comes to the Xbox exclusive, you had to buy a legit Xbox just to play one game. Which that's not what I'm planning to do when, well, Forza Horizon 5 comes out. So, um, what I'm planning to do is that I'm planning to get three of the Forza Horizons. Well, Forza Horizons 3, 4, and 5. I think as well as Motorsport 6, and I do believe that's about it. So, I was wondering it would have been for Forza. It would have been the road to Forza. So that means that so literally like every single month I had to play Forza. That's basically let's see what would have been it. And not to mention, it would be pretty interesting, to say the least. Um, yeah, I'm gonna be talking about so literally it depends on the year that I actually played the game. So yeah, there's that. All right. So okay. I'm not gonna lie. I do believe that Phases has been AFK for a while now. Like, what the heck is he doing? My goodness. All right. Holy crap! Okay. So it went from 2 to 3 to 2 again to 5. So even I think the highest player, the highest amount of players that I've seen so far in terms of how full it can actually be, it's around 8 players. And keep in mind that this is legit because I keep on leaving and coming back with a different car. So if I leave to change cars, don't leave the lobby because otherwise I have to legit make another one, which is time consuming. So yeah, there's that. All right. Huh. All right then. All right. All right. So today's in a nutshell, and this is actually a giant hint because I actually still stream this game to this day. And today I'm gonna be talking about, well, not stream, but I actually played this when I was legit. Like this was actually one of my first PS2 games I ever owned, and not to mention end up getting the PS3 versions of that game later. So today I'll be talking to you guys about Juice 2 in a nutshell. So, alright, time for me to do an abridged version of this. So, so yeah, Juice 2 was the game that was came out. Juice 2 was the game that came out around 2007 under development of Juice Games and under the production of THQ. It was it received good to mediocre reviews due to the fact that it's not like the newest PS2, the newest Need to Be Underground, but is one of the many games that I know that took customization to a whole new level, ranging from because he's AFK, full ban for cheating. God dang, dude. Like, dude, chill. Like, keep in mind that the actual collisions are off. So yeah, we're good on that one. Um, I was saying, oh yeah. So Juice 2. Basically, that game is kind of like Street Racing Syndicate, except um. So listen to me. Oh, okay. Um. So yeah. In terms of how the game did, it did pretty well for the cells that actually has gone through, and not to mention, the game has a lot of customization, ranging from bike kits to bumpers, rear bumpers, tire skirts, hoods, roofs, spoilers, wheels, tire not tire lettering, um, raising a lower suspension, steering wheel customization. Wait, no, not entirely customizable. They just swap out um, legit steering wheels, swapping out seats, to even putting not suicide doors, but Lambo doors. My mistake. Um, and not to mention, you can even put a carbon trunk and even changing your own license plate. And to make matters much more, let me see. Hey, welcome to the live stream. Anyways, in order to make things much better, there was character customization, so you can legit create, so you can figuratively and literally create how how your character looks, and yeah, it was pretty interesting to say the least. Um, so in terms of colors wise, it is ridiculously diverse for what it is, ranging from tuners to muscle cars to even supercars. And not to mention, we have some Japanese, you got Euro, you got American, to even Australian. That's right, the Australians had invaded Juice 2 in terms of in terms of their not customization, but in terms of what kind of vehicles they added. Um, what else is there? But anyways, there is two things that I've noticed, and two of these are things I'm glad was not there. So the first one being the calendar system. The reason why I don't like the calendar system is because it actually renders you from doing that race again. And here's the thing: if you're trying to back out of the race because you literally picked the wrong car, then unfortunately it's gonna skip that day, and then you have to race the next time. And it's like, oh god dang it. Okay, let me see here. It's like, wait, I already did. Wait, so that means that I can't do that race again? It's like, yeah, probably. And the other thing is the respect system. I honestly did not like the respect system in that game. It was pretty annoying to say the least. And yeah, that's like it's the only two things I didn't like. Everything else, I find it back. So that including and not to mention, you're not just racing in one city. You're racing around the entire world. San Francisco, USA, Tokyo, Japan, Berlin, Germany, and heck, even Spain, Rome, and even Australia for that matter. Oh, and don't get me started uh, on the pretzel looping France that you end up drifting around at. Which, keep in mind, that's like three of my favorite drift races. Not drift races. Three of my favorite drift tracks in the entire game. So, well, there's that. Um, So when it comes, so the characters, I actually liked the characters in Juice 2 more than the first game, because when it comes to the first game, each and every single character are tied with what their respect is based on. With TK, it was just regular street racing. With I think is I forgot about his name, but I do believe his name is Bojo. I think that's what his name is, or Baja. I can't remember. All I know is that he actually earns respect through betting. So that literally means that you have to bet your money. Um, Marie is skills. I do believe. Um, I forgot what that one chick's name is. I said I forgot two of the other chicks' names, but all I know is that one of them one of them specializes in driver skill. So, wait, no, actually, no, it's actually he specializes in clean races. I know that for sure. And not to mention, there's one chick that actually is earns respect through your car collection. So, including how good your car is, or how good your car looks, to even the car ends up getting damaged during the race. And it's like, yo, what's up with your car, man? It's like, oh, great. And um, in fact, there is one more character, and that character, um, and that character's, and literally the character involved, not involved, but legit, the actual character, the way to get respect for that one certain character is through pink slip racing, which I am actually glad it's back, because for some reason the cards that they end up giving is what I actually give you is certain vehicles that is not even available in the dealership. So for the PS3 is no problem. Alright. It's actually self-explanatory that they actually give us a lot more cars than we thought. But in terms of the PS2 version, man oh man, how many times did I seen so many cars that are not in the car list? In fact, the actual AI actually has that car. So in terms of what these cars are, these are gonna be short and simple. Um, for League 8, League 8 is the MRS and the Audi TT 1.8. When it comes to Tier 5, it's the well, no, actually, in terms of either Tier 7 or Tier 6, can't remember. Tier 7, wait, yeah, it's Tier 7. Tier 7 is the third generation Eclipse, and then the last and not least, um, Tier 5 is the Chevrolet Camaro Z28, which is the second generation from 1970. So, yeah, it was. So yeah, it was like literally the four secret cars and actually get in the game. And unlike its competitors, Juice 2 has you holding your cards up to 50. 50! Keep in mind keep in mind that last game, that literally last year's Need for Speed game, Need for Speed Carbon, has you holding up to 30 cars, uh, which keep in mind that the entire car list consists of 80 cars. So, even though you may be missing out on, well, 30 cars, it's it's actually not that bad. In other words, almost each and every single car is very customizable. The only vehicle that's not customizable are the exotics, so including the CCX, the Zonda F Roadster, the T-Rex Garrus, the Melling, and not to mention yeah, what's the other vehicle? I know there's one more car. I know that for sure. Um, Celine, the Celine S7. That's the car I remember. This is yeah. Um, now in terms of the races, there are many types of races. There are circuits, which obviously it's literally literally either a 2-lap or a 3-lap circuit race that basically whoever finishes laps first wins. There is a extreme version of that known as endurance, and yeah, there is an extreme version of that one as well. It's called extreme endurance circuit, where literally you don't run out of boost at all. In fact, it's pretty much one of those cases where it's like, oh yeah, don't worry, it's gotta be nothing every single time. And that keep in mind that the NOS in GS2 ridiculously freaking powerful. And literally it's like you're actually shooting a bullet out of a gun. That's how fast your car is going because of the boost. Now, there are other versions of the circuit races. For example, the Eliminator, where depending on how many laps there are, um, like for example, if there's 8 people, that means there's 7. That means you have to eliminate 7 people. Um, and heck, there's even a the more here's a there is a certain type of race that I actually liked, and it was actually one of my favorite types of races, and that is known as that one is known as last man standing. And for those that wondering how does that work, essentially, and hereby it discourages something that I actually played racing games for a while, and was I'm wondering, Juice 2, Juice 2 has something called no man standing, is because you can't hit walls. If you hit a wall, that means you're immediately out, which actually discourages. It actually discourages players to actually think on how to actually take the corner, because if you try to legit rush to the corner and you end up hitting the wall instead, that means you're out. And not to mention, if you try to drift, and keep in mind, drift yourself out of the corner, that means you're gonna run into the wall and you lose. That's basically how that works. So yeah, it's one of the best cases I actually had in this entire game, in the entire game. But there, there's another mode that I might as well talk to you guys about, and that is the tournaments. The tournaments actually shows you how much skill that you need, and not to mention the tournament can actually give you real bread. Like no joke, like they give, like for example, one of the races I've done is Injuries to reward $350,000. Keep in mind that the cheapest car is 17 grand. Wait, no, 15 grand, my mistake. And the most expensive car, well, it's actually shy of, well, a million, but hey, what can we say? It was a pretty interesting time, to say the least. Oh goodness. Alright, yeah. Anyways, the character, oh man, oh goddamn, I forgot about the time about the characters. So, depending on what kind of depending on what you're up against, you're either going up against the precision type of drivers, and there are also aggressive type of drivers. Now, here's the thing: when it comes to the precision drivers, they usually drive around they drive clean. And keep in mind, when they dry clean, they don't use walls. They actually, corner pretty well. But on the other hand, it actually becomes, well, on the other hand, when it comes to aggressive drivers, they literally won't stop until they actually win the race. So, unfortunately, that's also the last man standing part of that. For example, there's Keiko, there's Keiko, Ken, Tyrone, Leon, uh, I think one of them's known as Christy. Yeah, Christy or Christina, I can't remember. There's Tara, Bobby, Nicholas, and I do believe, if I remember correctly, um, shit, I forgot what the hell the driver's name. Oh, there was only there are two more drivers. One of them is known as Melissa, and the other one is known as shoot, I forgot what the other character's name was. Um, but yeah, they were like, okay, maybe put at the coup. Um, I can't believe that guy in the Supra has been there for a while. Um, no, I was gonna say. Um, so you're new to the streams. Hey, welcome to the streams. If you want to know how I actually stream, take a look at my welcome to the channel, and if you want to know my, want to know how my schedule is, check out something that is known as the channel update video. So that way you can actually get a glimpse on how things do. But sometimes actually my schedule is kind of transparent. So if I'm not streaming, I'm not streaming. So for example, if I had to see if I had to see a movie, then I'm probably going to see a movie. But either way, it's actually not that bad of a thing. It's not as bad as people thought it is, but hey, what can you do? Since I know it is on and like the live. Thank you. And holy crap. Okay. um what was I saying? Um this um shoot, I lost my track. Oh, never mind. I said I think I know what to say. But um the reason why I like the Juice games there's one thing in particular is the fact that the game still has car culture written all over it. In fact, the subtitle on the Juice 2 cover is known as Juice 2 Hot Import Nights, aka the the actual car show that's just playing with playing with, playing with people. Let's look because my Juice team ain't on yet. They went on. We only made a team yesterday, and there's only 6 members. Dang. Well, I'm not part of a team. Um, okay, I'm going. Okay, so I'm going. Okay, so I'm gonna throw in some Tokyo Stream Racer. Like, wait, no, actually, yeah. So I'm throwing a dictionary from Tokyo Stream Racer, and I am sort of a wanderer, or for those that do not know what that is, wanderer. owner, a top racer that is not affiliated with a team. So yeah, there's that. But he's balanced actually. He's the Mustang. What's the code? I don't have codes. The reason is because it's an open lobby. Um, Also, that is my like it's out of the way notification. Out of the way. Yeah. But yeah, that's the room name. Um, just be sure you need to. Yeah, I can speak today. Just please be sure to you're in an American server, because every time I get asked like what asked like why can I find your logins, like oh because of here's there's two things, either either the well not either, but actually there's only like one way that they actually didn't find it, is if they actually um is that if they not in a regular not regular um like this sometimes happens where it's like okay, so this guy is not a European or Asian server. It's like nope, full on American. This is must not like this sticking must no no on no on European. Ah, okay, that totally makes sense. I think it's because of okay, so I think in terms of the American servers, um, there is three things that kind of happens. Either they don't listen, they don't have, they are basically just doing whatever they wanted to, or so simply put, they're basically simple. Like us Americans are pretty simple in terms of that's not what we want to actually do. And not to mention, if there's a if there's a drag if there's a drag strip, then yeah, pretty much everyone's gonna be there. So yeah, there's that. Name is Shorty Brad. Oh, you're on Xbox. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Oh snap! It's not an IS. I hear inline crap. I hear inline 6. My goodness, I just love that V8. Oh crap! We're still talking about today's in a nutshell with Juice too. So, yeah. So the reason why I got into Juice 2 in the first place is because of one thing only, and that is the drifting. Drifting in that game is by far the easiest to get used to. Um, it's not like Car X where it's like, oh yeah, depending on the tune you have, you should be good. But no, when it comes to Juiced, Juice's way of drifting is the fact that it has. Here's the thing: when it comes to rear-wheel drive cars, you usually will see a good dressed car sticker on it, which means that the car is able to actually do well drift, drifting. So yeah, there's that. And is that an S15? Is that an Eclipse? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh snap. So yeah. That's today's in a nutshell. Usually I talk about my childhood games that I actually played around. Um, Keep in mind that I grew up in the early, mid, late 2000s and early 2010s. So that literally including basically I think until 2014 counts as childhood because I don't know. Ay, ay. Oh snap. Well, I'm getting used to the Mustang. Alright. Ah, great. Alright. Oh snap, we got a Mark II. Okay, that's interesting. Oh my goodness. Alright. Um, before I continue, sorry about that. My controller died. Um. Anyways, I think. Oh, great. I'm thinking the next lap is gonna be the last lap is um right now is around 2:11. I haven't eaten anything yet, so um there's that. Hmm. Oh god. All right. Oh god dang it. All right. And most likely, for those that do not know, um, driving eating is no excuse me. When it comes to driving, eating and driving is no different from texting and driving. Like you're basically paying attention to the food that you're eating, but at the same time, um, at the same time, you never know what's going on because you're not paying attention to the stinking road anyways. Um, alright. this. I just love these taillights. Alright, that is my lap around the Springstone. Alright, it's time for me to actually end the live stream. Brad, I hope that you actually, hoping that you actually give successful with your drift team. But I actually had to go. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what you want to see next. Um, tomorrow is gonna be a Crew 2 live stream. Um, anyways, you can follow me on Instagram, Goddrifter247sun Productions. You can follow me on Twitter at GD247S. You can check out my Discord at Goddrifter247sun Productions Garage Museum. And last, but certainly not least, you can check out my Twitch at GD247S. And yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys have a dope Monday. This is Goddrifter signing off, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.